It's 2022. Konami has finally released Master Duel, and you've just finished the tutorial. You've got a grip of gems, hopes and dreams, but what exactly should you do with these? If you're new to Master Duel and you have no idea what to do, hopefully this video will help you. Cypher here. If you guys are watching, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm hoping to make more Master Duel related content, and if you guys show enough interest, I'll keep making more and more. Alright, now, back to the problem at hand. Konami doesn't do a very good job of explaining what it is you ought to do at the beginning. There are a ton of packs that you can unlock, and it can be pretty overwhelming to comprehend, seeing as how this game has an insane card pool. And you can tell this just by looking at the Master Pack. I mean, look at all this. Look at all these cards. It's almost 7,000 cards in this pool. It's going to be pretty overwhelming, especially once you start unlocking a bunch of secret packs. Okay, but more on that in a second. Alright. But before you figure out what you want to buy, for starters, be sure to do the solo missions in the game for a good while. These will hand out a ton of gems for you, and you're going to need a lot of them to start cracking packs for what it is that you want. It can get kind of boring to just do these solo missions for a while, but just think of what waits for you at the end. Even more gems and good prospects for building your first deck. Okay? Now, after that, be sure to get the Battle Pass, or Duel Pass as it's called here, for the game. You can unlock a lot of rewards here by playing in PvP, or rated matches, whatever it is. It should tell you here in the help section of the Duel Pass, but lots of good goodies in here that you're going to need for your adventure. Okay? Let's see. Okay. So now that we've assumed that you're done with the solo missions, you should have a nice sum of gems to work with. Okay? Let's see. Where am I? Okay. But what should you build? There are a ton of different decks that you could build in Yu-Gi-Oh, but you want to make sure you get your deck right the first time, just to avoid losing that time that you spent grinding the gems, because you might have to make another account since you bricked this one. I don't know. Something like that. If you're not sure, you could always start by looking at the packs that Konami's already offering. So at the time that this video is being made, that is Stalwart Force, Revival of Legends, and the Master Pack here. Okay, so Stalwart Force and Revival of Legends have a good selection of cards and archetypes that you could play in Yu-Gi-Oh! And will most likely guide your choices as to what you should build first. Okay, so if we look inside Stalwart Force here, you can see Sky Striker is in here, Tri-Brigade Shrike is in here, El Shaddai Construct is in here, Altergeist is in here, Eldritch is in here. There's a lot of good cards inside this set here, even Pot of Desires, Twin Twisters. Okay, and then if we look inside Revival Legends here, you can see that there's a few more archetypes in here. You could play Code Talker, slash Cybers, you could play Synchrons from looks of the Synchro monsters here, and Blue Eyes seems to be in the game as well. So, lots of different options here. And looking at these pools here, if you're not sure about what you want to build, these will give you a good idea of what it is you might want to build. Okay? And so you might be wondering what's inside the Master Pack. As I said before, the Master Pack seems to have pretty much every card possible in the game. So you could literally pull anything in Yu-Gi-Oh! Out of this. Okay, so kind of overwhelming. May not be the best choice to buy right away, because chances of getting what you want inside this set are pretty slim. Okay? And some cards, like Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring, can only be found inside the Master Pack. But more on that later, and you can figure that out for yourself too, once you start searching for the cards. Okay? So, let's say that I'm looking inside Stalwart Force here, and I see Sky Striker cards. This is a pretty cool deck. Ray is, a cool card, so is Sky Striker, Kagari, and Jamming Waves is inside the set too. Okay, so seeing as we don't have anything to work with right now, we should probably buy some of these packs here. I've already bought some of this set, so I won't do that right now. But let's say that that's what you want to do, right? So we bought some of that set. We're gonna make our Sky Striker deck. So we're gonna go to the deck editor here, and we're gonna search for Sky Striker. Okay, cool. So inside here we see that, let's say we did buy some of that set, which I did, and we got some Sky Striker cards here. Not bad, not bad. It's 3 Ray, Shark Cannon, Jamming Waves, Area 0, Rose. This is a good start, but we're gonna need more cards here to do it, or to, you know, really make the deck into what we want it to be. Okay, so let's say that I pulled some of this here, and let's go ahead and put some of it inside the deck here, just for starters. Okay, so you bought some of this set, and you got a good grip of cards that that you could put inside a Sky Striker deck. But what are you gonna do if you pull a card that you don't want, right? So in real life, if you don't buy, or if you get the cards that you don't want, you're kind of screwed. You can't really do anything with that. But in this game, for the cards that you have here, you can simply just dismantle them and then get the materials to make cards that you actually want, right? It's not the end of the world. Getting goofy cards like House of Dragon Maid or this Witchcrafter Golem Aruru, you can use those and dismantle them to make materials for the cards that you actually want. Okay, so the way that you would do that is you would go to your deck builder, and you want to sort by your ultra rares, or any other rarity really. And once you've done that, you can dismantle cards. So here, let's say I'm not really interested in this Crowley that I pulled, right? So if I go over here to the bottom left and dismantle it, I'm gonna get 10 ultra rare pieces that I can use to craft a card. So let's dismantle this. Okay, sweet. So now I have 62 of this. Okay, so let's get rid of the filters, and then we'll go back to Sky Strikers. Okay, cool. So, in that first set, Stalwart Force, that we looked at, it was only Kagari and Ray Jamming Waves that were inside this set, but you're going to need a lot more than that if you want to build this deck, right? So, obviously, Stalwart Force doesn't have everything that we need in that. So how are we going to figure that out? Where are we going to get the set that we want to actually crack? So, now that we've got some cards, we definitely want to take a look at where these Sky Striker cards come from, right? So, let's take a look at Kagari here. If you click the How to Obtain button on a card, it will tell you exactly what pack it comes out of, right? So you can see here Kagari comes out of Master Pack, Singular Strike Overthrow, which is currently locked, and Stalwart Force, right? So if we look at all of the other Sky Striker cards, like Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge, we can see that it also comes inside the Master Pack, and it comes inside Singular Strike Overthrow. Okay, so now, obviously we want to crack this set here, because this set's going to have cards that we really want. So after you've cracked some sets, or after you've cracked some packs, you should have some materials to build some cards, right? That's a good thing, but you want to get at this set here, because ultimately getting lucky with your gems inside these packs is how you're going to get most of what you want, right? So the way that you would do that is you would create, according to Konami, significant cards from that set. So I assume either an ultra rare or a super rare that's notable in that set, and that will actually unlock it for us. Okay, so let's say you're definitely going to want Engage in your deck, right? So let's start by making that. Okay, so I've made one Engage, and you see I've got a notification here on the top right, this little key button. And if I click that, it says I got one free pull. So let's go ahead and save this recipe. So I've unlocked one free pull for this, but I've actually unlocked, as you can see here, the Sky Striker set that I need to to build the deck. Obviously, I think it's only going to be limited, I think 24 hours from the time that you open it. Okay, didn't pull exactly what I want, but it's okay. We can always buy more of that set, right? So here, this is the set that we want. If we look inside the featured cards, you can see plenty of Sky Striker cards in here that we definitely want to get. So if you want to build this, you definitely are going to buy some packs from this. So I'll buy some here just to show you guys. Okay, doesn't look all that good. I'm just going to skip this. Okay, not horrible. We've got an ultra rare that we really don't want, but looks like we got a grip of Sky Striker cards here that we can actually use. Hayate, Kaina, Widow Anchor. Yeah, some pretty good pulls. Okay, so let's go back to the deck editor here. Go ahead and put up Sky Striker cards again. All right, sweet. So we've got a whole bunch of Sky Striker cards we can just throw into our deck now. Zeke, Hayate, Kaina, and so on and so forth. Okay, so basically we're just going to keep opening Sky Striker cards in here from that set so that we can actually make the deck that we want. Okay. So obviously I'm going to finish the Sky Striker deck on my own at some point, but this should give you guys a pretty good idea of what it is exactly you need to do. Obviously, it could get a little more complicated if you want to include multiple engines together, but since you know how to see where cards come from now and how you unlock their secret packs, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. You should have a good idea of what to do. Let me know in the comments if this video helped you out. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them in the comment section below. Okay? Good luck out there, guys. This is Cypher signing off. Hope to see you guys in another video.